Good evening. Please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Hello everyone, community members, school faculty, family, friends, and the class of 2020. I am Kylie Ramirez, one of this year's senior class representatives. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 2020 West Holmes High School virtual commencement. I extend my warmest congratulations to all receiving their diplomas and acknowledge all the support that helped us along the way. I would like to recognize the following individuals: West Holmes Board of Education, President Mrs. Patricia Sage, Vice President Mr. Andrew Jones, members Mrs. Tina Zickafus, Mr. Eric Strauss, and Mr. Bradley Welsh, Superintendent Mr. Bill Sterling, Curriculum and Federal Programs Director Mr. Brian Boffman, Treasurer Mrs. Jamie Ziegler, School Staff Principal Mr. Aaron Kaufman, Vice Principal Mr. Tyler Renner, and Senior Class Advisors Mr. Jeremy Westbrook and Mrs. Melissa Rohde. I would also like to recognize and thank all of the current West Holmes preschool through high school teachers and school faculty.
Hi, I am Jordan Whitman, a senior class representative. On behalf of the class of 2020, we would like to thank the following people: Mr. Aaron Kaufman, Mr. Tyler Renner, Mr. Jeremy Westbrook, Miss Melissa Rohde, Miss Dawn O'Donnell, Miss Teresa Mackey, Miss Allison Rogers, Mr. Brian Dodd, Miss Candy Hip, Miss Karen Hunter, Mr. Jeremy Burnison, Miss Kristen O'Brien, Mr. Donnie Hall. We would also like to thank Mr. Jim Conrad and Jostens and the Kilbuck Savings Bank.
Good evening. I am Megan McKenna, and I am one of the 4 senior class representatives. I would like us to draw our attention to the blue rose placed on the stage to honor one of our 4 classmates, Colton Ani, who sadly passed away. Colton was a full-hearted country boy who loved to fish and hunt and especially loved being with his friends. He was always there for people when they needed him most, and so now it's our turn to keep his name and stories around to carry on the memories. Colton was held close to our hearts growing up, and we will never forget him. Even though he is not physically here with us to graduate, he is in our hearts. Please join me in a moment of silence for Colton. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Kaylee Bowles, a senior class representative. Every year, the West Holmes senior class leaves a class legacy to better our facilities and update our building. This year, we have decided to build a gazebo on our school property for this class of 2020 legacy. Due to the pandemic, we will not start this until this fall. We decided this would be a great legacy to leave because it will give a place for the class to sit and to do schoolwork outside. We would like to thank the building trade classes for offering to build this for the class of 2020.
Hello. I'd like to take a moment to greet everyone watching this from home. It saddens me that we were not able to be together one last time. First, I'd like to take a moment to thank the entire West Holmes staff for everything that you have done for us since we entered kindergarten. Because of you, we have made lifelong friends, as long as lifelong mentors and memories. Your hard work doesn't go unnoticed. Now, I want to take a moment to reflect on this situation and talk about how it's changed the class of 2020. When people think about their senior year, they often think of last times. Things like final sports games, band and choir concerts, favorite classes, or even the last time you got together with your group of friends. As an underclassman, I love being there for seniors' last times. It was sad to see them go, but there was also a feeling of excitement for the future. As a class of 2020, we were not able to experience many of these last times, but this is not a bad thing. Due to the situation we have been faced with, our senior year has become historic and filled with first times. This is the first time we've had virtual graduation. The first time sports seasons and concerts have been completely canceled. The first time teenagers can't go out to dinner and a movie. The first time seniors can't have real graduation parties. And the first time senior skip day has lasted 2 whole months. As we move into a new chapter of our lives, I believe that we will thrive because of what we have been through. First times will not be new to us. Remember our senior year as the year that we all got one step ahead. Now I'd like to share something a little more personal. On March 13th, I didn't go to school. Little did I know that would be the last day of my senior year and high school career. I'm not saying this because I regret it. I'm telling you all this because it goes to show just how unpredictable life can be. With this in mind, live every day to the fullest and don't have any regrets. Never be satisfied with where you are. Graduating high school is a big deal for us right now, but don't let it make you complacent. In Ohio, 85% of students graduate high school, so enjoy this time of your life, but know that you have much more to accomplish to set yourself apart. It's time to move forward and make a name for ourselves. Let's use this situation to our advantage, and in the future, when we see our kids' and grandkids' history books talk about COVID-19, we can share this experience with them and know that we got through it together. To my fellow classmates, I enjoyed the time we got to spend together, and I wish nothing but the best for you and your future. Thank you.
Class of 2020. While writing this speech, it came to my attention that there's a possibility that all of you don't know me. I felt that needed to be accomplished before you could take what I say today seriously. So here's a short version of my story. I was born in Florida, moved to Tennessee when I was 2, then fairly soon moved to Ohio. I then moved to Indiana for a few years and then to Kentucky. I moved here to West Holmes the summer before my sophomore year. I played football and was involved in the Crossing, which, if you don't know, is our Christian club here at school run by Mr. Westbrook. If you had a class with me, you know that I like to think that I'm a little bit funny and can occasionally be called a teacher's pet. Now that we have the introductions out of the way, Class of 2020. We have been waiting for this day for 13 years of schooling and 18 years of life. We've gone from babies to toddlers to children to awkward teenagers to young adults. Some of us even think we are mature enough to continue on our own from here. Newsflash, you're probably not ready. We've been looking forward to all the perks that go with being seniors, and I think we set a new precedent with senior skip days this year. We got a senior skip 2 months. Now, I can remember as early as 5th grade being told we would be the class of 2020. There was almost a mystical aura around the class of 2020. Well, here we are. It's our turn to walk across this stage, receive a diploma, and move on to the next chapter of our lives. Mark Twain says that the 2 most important days in a man's life are the day he's born and the day he finds out why. Now, if you figured out your why at this point already, I commend you and put you in a small minority. But the rest of us, we have our whole lives ahead of us, and we move on towards our careers and adult lives. It is my hope that we can figure this out very quickly, and I have faith that we will. We are the mythical class of 2020, so we can do anything we set our minds to. We will not let anything slow us down, and it is my hope that we can all maintain the relationships we have built with each other and let go of the meaningless drama that we all have. Let's face it, no one will remember your drama in 5 years anyway, so just let it go. We now move on to the chapter of our lives where most of us will end up finishing the quote by Mark Twain. And we will figure out our why. We'll figure out why we were born and figure out our purpose. We move on to college or into the workforce and become an integral part of society. We will create the next Amazon or Instagram, and we will be the next soldiers protecting our country. We decide where we go from here, and I know that God has great plans for our lives and will provide for us. The possibilities for us are endless, and our potential is unmatched. The sky is not even the limit, as we will blow through it. Fly high, 2020. We are the future, and we will be great.
Bringing something we must learn.
Mr. Sterling, I present to you the West Holmes class of 2020. All these students have met the requirements for graduation as set forth by the state of Ohio.
Mr. Kaufman, I accept this class. This group of individuals has persevered in unique circumstances. They've garnered hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships, and many already have jobs or have entered the military. I want to thank all of our current recruits and all of the West Holmes family for your service and for your sacrifice for the good of our country. I'm proud to say that this is my graduating class. We entered West Holmes together 13 years ago, and now we're trying to decide what we want to do with the rest of our lives. For 13 years, we've lived in one of the most amazing places in the world, and to think of venturing out to other places or to do something completely different is scary. New is scary. The beautiful thing is that we always have the opportunity to come back home. We have the extended West Holmes family to coach us, support us, correct us, and love us, even if we fall on our faces a few times while exploring the new. Don't fear it because it's scary. We have to seize the adventure and know going in that there will be times that we will look silly, lost, and sometimes clueless. That chance not taken will leave us where we are right now. Not that here is bad, but I don't think mom and dad will want to continue to support you indefinitely. If they're willing to do it, I guess that wouldn't be a bad gig, except maybe the lack of freedom. And speaking of freedom, I know you're going to be in situations that allow a large number of choices, oftentimes with many outcomes, some not so good, or not what we expect. You'll learn from the school of hard knocks, but it will be better to ask some older family members in advance and listen instead of responding, "Okay, boomer." Believe me, they've messed up plenty of times. There's no use getting that costly education when you can get it with less pain and misery for free. Extend yourselves. Don't do the things you think you can do. Go do the things that you think aren't possible. The new stuff. Help others on the way and consider how your decisions impact them, but focus on doing what's going to be fulfilling and help you grow. Drag others into the new. Create a story for all of you. Have some stories to share when you're old that will save others the grief and misery of the School of Hard Knocks. Lastly, I'd like to share a poem by Helen Steiner Rice, "Help Yourself to Happiness." Everybody, everywhere seeks happiness. It's true. But finding it and keeping it seem difficult to do. Difficult because we think that happiness is found only in the places where wealth and fame abound. And so we go on searching in palaces of pleasure, seeking recognition and monetary treasure, unaware that happiness is just a state of mind within the reach of everyone who takes time to be kind. For in making others happy, we will be happy too, for the happiness you give away returns to shine on you. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Brooklyn Faith Atkins. Cruz Jeffrey Alexander. Hazel Beatrice Alexander. Morgan Nicole Allen. Sydney Nicole Amos. Liberty Ann Arnold. Michael Lynn Arnold Jr. Grant Robert Baker. Hayden Thomas Baker. Drake Stephen Barnes. Brett Thomas Barnhart. Haley Ashton Lynn Bender. Haley Catherine May Billick. Brett Tyson Blake. Quentin Adam Boley. Reese Austin Boring. Braden Riley Bauer. Kaylee Joan Bowles. Hunter Charles Bowling. Megan Joan Brannon. Taylor Louise Brooks. Jordan Elise Burnison. Jasmine Paige Chantel Butler. Ellen Elaine Byler. Gavin Lee Christine. Callie Ashlyn Klein. Ty Hunter Klein. Ava Lee Close. Trinity Marie Kahn. Maria K. Conway. Aaliyah Hope Creighton. Jasmine Marie Cronin. Alex Jared Dodd. Lance William Doney. Ethan Joseph Drozga. Sean Peter Edmonds. Caden Matthew Evans. Kenneth Bradley Eister. Jonathan David Fortney. Brianna Nicole Foda. Jake David Fry. Brianna Nicole Galford. Carly Nicole Gallion. Madison Ann Gallion. Morgan Elizabeth Gallion. Nevaeh Lynn Garver. Maya Marie Geib. Hannah Louise Goins. Jacob Alexander Gowdy. Colin Michael Grabner. Mason Smith Hager. Jacob Edward Hammond.
Go Jacob! 4.0!
Ethan Michael Harford. Gavin Quest Harder. Kennedy Rain Hastings. Destiny Renee Hill. Blaine Leo Hawksworth. Carl Milton Hummerkhauser. Makai Nasir Johnson. Colton Dwayne Kennison. Peyton Marie Kick. Jasmine Marie Knapp. Dylan Paul Landon. Bryson Riley Lane. Shay Elise Larimore. Caleb Edward Lemon. Andrew Scott Lepley. Philip Logan Lepley. Braxton Daniel Lent. Riley Camille Lober. Tara Alexis Loomis. Major Kent Mackey. Kayla Lynn Madison. Caleb Wayne Martin. Clayton Russell Martin. Kaylin Marie Martin. David Tyler Masters. Sierra Nicole Matthew. Isabel Claire McCullough. Caleb Tanner McDougall. Megan Joe McKenna. Megan Arabella Miller. Morgan Isabella Miller. Sashay Elise Miller. Kaylin Brielle Miller. Elizabeth Naomi Miller. Grant Mitchell Miller. Michael Dean Miller. Sage Elizabeth Miller. Summer Rain Miller. Andrew Merrill Moorhead. Go ahead. Catherine Elizabeth Morello. Nicholas Ray Morris. Jasmine J. Mosser. Macy Nicole Nally. Monica Nicole Nally. Rose Ogie. Margaret Pearl Oliver. Austin Edward Oyster. Juliana Tracy Merle Parrish. Hannah Ryan Parsons. Skylar Jeanette Patterson. Joshua Paul Phillips. Sierra Nicole Powers. Xander Ryan Proper. Ethan James Raber. Kylie Jean Ramirez. Ethan Russell Reining. Chloe Elise Roach. Brianna Nicole Robb. Miranda Page Robinson. Alexis Page Casimira Rollins. Brianna Lee Rose. Jules Elise Rose. Nadia Leandra Rouse. Joshua Keith Sayers. Alex Cordell Schrock. Lucas Christopher Sham. Mackenzie Grace Shrimplin. Braden Lee Shoemaker. Tiara Suzanne Slawball. Jarek Allen Snow. Hudson Sean Dean Sorensen. Colin Daniel Suckup. Justin Tyler Stapleton. Jordan Kyle Sterrett. Morgan Veronica Stevenson. Ezrin Demos Stevens. Timothy Chase Stitzline. Derek Bradley Straits. Natalie Brooke Strauss. Sarah Elaine Sutton. Cassandra Lynn Swinehart. Hayden Ray Tinney. Ty Lewis Thomas. Logan Daniel Moses Tolis. Walker James Uhl. John Stephen Vales. McKenna Terry Van Kuren. Bridget Taylor Van Sickle. Taylor Carol Lee Van Sickle. Kendall Lee Weber. Brody Richard Weiser. Carrie Lynn Westbrook. Cody Allen Whitman. Jordan Marie Whitman. Zachary Daniel Wigton. Cale Jacob Woods. Madison Ann Woods. Brendan James Yoder. Eliana Grace Young.
class of 2020.
Congratulations, 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 class of 2020.
We're proud of you. We're proud of you.
We'll miss you.